Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my January favorites, and I can't believe already a month of 2025 has gone by. Where has the month gone? Usually January lasts forever. I feel like this one went by so fast. That's any indication of how this year is gonna go. It's gonna go by so quickly. We have tons of makeup here to share, some really good randoms. Had an amazing book this month. We're going to jump right in because I do have quite a bit of stuff. It was a good start to the year, so I cannot wait to share with you everything that I have in my monthly favorites this month. So thank you so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. And if you've not already, I'd absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos. And let's jump into the first monthly faves of the year. The first product I'm going to be talking about is something I've actually been using since July, and it's my Zip Halo. This portion of the video is sponsored by Zip Halo, so thank you so much to Zip Halo for sponsoring this portion. I cannot wait to share with you guys my experience with the Zip Halo. If you're unfamiliar with this device, it is a microcurrent device, which there's many on the market, some of which I have tried. This is my favorite one though, because it also includes nanocurrent. So just a quick education about what microcurrent and nanocurrent is, in case you aren't familiar. The microcurrent is what you see for facial contraction and often in what you're seeing on social media. So that gives you your face a little bit of a workout. It helps instantly lift and firm the skin, which if you see my before and after a treatment, it's crazy the difference, my before and after, because I do have facial asymmetry. You can see on the right side of my face, it is my weaker side. So microcurrent for me gives an instant lift and firmness, especially if I focus on the area that is asymmetrical and really pull up the tail of my brow to get that lift in that area of my face. So that has been a personal focus of mine for this device, is for that instant lift and firmness from the microcurrent. However, the nanocurrent, which you don't see both in devices like this, which the Zip Halo has, which makes it unique. The nanocurrent is what's going to give you those long-term results, like enhancing your collagen production, skin cell regeneration. It's going to help boost your skin circulation, helping to reduce blemishes, giving your skin firmer, brighter, more glowing skin. So I love that Zip Halo incorporates both technologies in their device. It's what sets it apart from other microcurrent devices on the market. It's also so easy to use, which I'm going to show you a little demo of how I use my Zip Halo. You can follow along on the app, which is very beneficial, or you can use it straight out of the box. It has their lift program already pre-programmed into the device, so you can use it straight out of the box without even using the app. So that is one of the treatments that I alternated to, because I have been using this as a Botox alternative. It's something I've never dabbled in, any sort of injectables or anything like that. And I love skincare devices just to combat signs of aging and just help my skin be more youthful, more firm. And I've really noticed it, especially in my late 30s, that I personally have been really seeing noticeable difference with this device. So I am so happy with it. It's like a non-surgical facelift, how this does give you that instant lift and firmness to your skin. Prior to filming tutorials, I can go back in my videos and see what days I used my Zip for a treatment and see how snatched my face is compared to days where I hadn't used it prior. It's night and day difference for my face. It just works so well, especially with my bone structure. I just feel like I can really see it after using this device. And I can also see how my skin is glowing more. It just looks more radiant. It is firmer. The natural motion you use with this promotes lymphatic drainage. You get the skin firmness, tightness, brightness, collagen production, all the good things you want with your skin, and this has really helped me out. So I cannot wait for you guys to try out this device. I do have a coupon code with Zip Halo. It's Cheryl Halo for 10% off, which also works on their conductive gel, which is something I also wanted to talk about. You always hear about the devices, but rarely do I hear people talk about the conductive gels that go with the devices, because I've tried all of them on the market, and this is the best one out there. It doesn't lose its texture, because other ones I've used in the past just disappear into my skin. You have to stop partway through your treatment, apply more conductive gel. This one lasts you the whole treatment. Even my 6-minute treatment, I don't have to reapply this. It lasts so well, and it's by far my favorite one that I've tried on the market. So definitely get the conductive gel when you're purchasing the Zip Halo, because these go hand in hand, and this is so effective for having this glide on your skin and just lasting. You can't just put this on your skin dry. You do need to use a conductive gel with it. So I highly, highly recommend the Zip Halo one, and you can use my code on the conductive gel too, which is really, really nice. My before and afters speak for themselves. I'm so excited to be partnering with Zip Halo for this portion of the video. So thank you so much to Zip Halo for sponsoring me today. I will have everything linked down below for you guys to go check out. Definitely do. It's an amazing microcurrent and nanocurrent facial toning device that I think you guys are going to absolutely love. I don't think this next product is going to shock you. If you've been watching my channel this past month, the YSL blushes. These are absolutely incredible in both the satin and matte finish. I'm wearing the matte finish on my skin today. I fell so hard for these blushes. I cannot even tell you how much I love the formula. You'll know at this point from watching my videos how much I love these and highly, highly recommend. This formula is pure perfection. The packaging, the experience, the formula, everything about it is just 10 out of 10 blush formula for me, and I can't stop using the 2 colors I have. I want them all, but I know they're pricey, so I'm trying to be good, but I've been thoroughly enjoying the 2 blushes that I've personally purchased and picked up from Sephora. So we have the Restless Rosé and we have Peachy Nude. Both are absolutely stunning. There's so much pigment in Peachy Nude. You can use this on deeper skin as well. And this one gives NARS Orgasm vibes, but just a better overall formula with that gold woven in and not chunky. It's so smooth and not texture enhancing. It just flatters the skin so much. Even my eye color, when I put this on, people are like, the green in your eyes are just standing out. And I'd have to agree that these are both just so flattering on both my skin tone and eye color. They're just super flattering. If you're similar complected to me, definitely pick up these 2, but I've seen other blushes applied, especially on Babs. She did a whole video. She picked up 5 of them, I think. Go watch that video. It's so good. You can see how the blushes look on her skin tone as well. They're just so beautiful. My favorite makeup item, hands down, this January. Loved it so much that I actually picked up the bronzer I never purchased when these launched. I'm on a YSL kick right now. I fell so hard for those blushes that I went back for the bronzer just to try it out, because if the formula was anything like those blushes, I knew I would like it. It gives that soft, smooth texture, which almost feels like a cream, but it's a powder. That's how smooth this powder product is in both the blush and the bronzer formula. The formula is just immaculate. Another 10 out of 10 product. You know my love for my House Labs bronzer. This is just taking me to another level again. I just haven't been this excited for a bronzer in a very long time. So I picked up shade 2, which you can see is kind of light for me right now, but I didn't have a lighter bronzer to really use for my more fair days because I haven't really been self-tanning that often. I did for today, but on the day-to-day, I have not been, so this has been working out really nicely for me. Steph told me that shade 3 was really pigmented and just a little too dark for her, so she went back for 2. So I decided to just go straight to pick up 2. So right now it is a little light for me, but it works. It just looks super blended on my tan skin right now, so I can use it both when I'm fair or when I'm tan, and the formula is phenomenal. So as you can tell, I love the formula of the blushes so much that I'm like, you know what, let's try out that bronzer that I end up skipping. And I'm here to tell you that this is another fantastic product. Love the packaging again. I just think it's so stunning. And don't they have highlighters coming? I might need to pick up one of those. Would it also shock you to let you know that I love the MAC launch? Because I do. I love that MAC launch so much. They re-released old favorites, though a little bit different, the color tone, if you didn't watch my video. A little bit warmer all around, but yash, almost identical in my eyes, and they came out with Cool Spice, which is Spice of the 90s. It is such a pretty cool tone lip color. I'm wearing that today. It has been my go-to lip combo with MAC Flesh Pot. So I have that here as well. And then I also picked up Peach Stock, which is very warm, but actually so pretty. Don't typically go warm for lipsticks, but that one I feel like looks even good without a liner. I did a whole video swatching them on my lips. You want to go check them out. But I was so happy to see this collection launch that I picked up a few things. And this has been my lip combo in a bunch of videos, and you guys are asking. I need to start listing it. I know I do. I'll do better about that. So my makeup that I'm wearing today, I will have listed in the what I'm wearing section. This being my lip combo, and it is so pretty. And then a subscriber left a comment on a video saying something that I had already been thinking. It was my Sephora haul, actually. I purchased the Tower 28 one-liner in Work of Art, which is what Billie Eilish uses for her lip combo. And when I was swatching these, I actually became confused which one was Cool Spice and which one was the Tower 28, because that's how close they look on my skin. It looks even closer actually on my lips than swatched on my hand, just due to the nature of the color. But I'm gonna swatch them on my hand for you so you can see kind of what I'm seeing with these two colors. But I know Work of Art has been sold out in the US, and Cool Spice is hard to get a hold of, but on me, it's crazy. Just swatching them on my hand right now. These are so close on my skin tone. So Work of Art has a little bit more red to it. This has a little bit more purple in it for Spice. On my lips, it's hard to tell. Honestly, these two are very hard to tell. I tonally can see the difference on my hand, but they are so close on the lips that I just wanted to mention that as well, because someone else noticed that on themselves. And when I was editing that video, I was going to put a little note in the video saying how close they were, but I wanted to verbally discuss it with you guys that they are pretty close. So those have been favorites. The Work of Art one I was going to mention as well, but I just thought it was funny that it was so close to Cool Spice. The next product I'm going to talk about is something that took me by surprise, because I was mentioning how I remember Benefit coming out with a brow pen like this. It's one of those 3-prong ones, and I hated it. It was probably in a fails, honestly, for one of my monthly favorites, but they re-released this and made it a brush tip versus a felt tip, which you can totally tell the difference for it. And what I absolutely love about this pen is how it creates the front of my brows so nicely. So this creates the strokes light enough so that it looks like brow hairs, which I have no brow hairs in the front portion of my brows. So for me, this helps create those natural like hairs, and it's a really nice light color in this shade specifically. I have shade 3, which works perfectly for the front portion because I kind of like to gradient it. So in the tail, I'll use a darker pen for that portion, but this just works really nicely for the front. So if you have that same sort of sparse issue, or you want a really quick brow product, you can use this through your whole brow too. I don't find it necessary where I have a lot of brow hair, but definitely through the sparse portions, this just makes it look more natural. So I love that about this. I think what I didn't like about the initial one was how unnatural it made my brows look, but this one does the complete opposite. It's so funny how a brush tip just works that much better than a felt tip. So I'm so happy to see that they took another stab at creating this, because it was a really good idea, but I just feel like because of the tips, it wasn't executed as well as it could have been, which this one is. So very happy to see that back, and I actually like it this time around. And then I picked this up during my Sephora haul, and this is a waterproof eyeliner from Sephora collection. It's their colorful shadow stick and liner. So you can use this all across your lid if you wanted, because it's a nice thick crayon. I use this in my waterline, and it gives that pop of purple for my eyes that I'm just loving. I love a purple or blue liner just on the waterline to add some interest and to really pop my eyes. So this one's really nice because it's super creamy. I don't have to constantly rub on my waterline to get this to show up, because a lot of pencils, honestly, I have issue with, which is another thing. I saw Billie Eilish, and this is something I don't know why I never thought of, but she takes a Q-tip and runs it on her waterline first before going in with her eyeliner on her waterline, and it makes the world of a difference. So if you've never tried that, I'm shocked I haven't, but it really, really works. Definitely give that a try if you've had issue with any sort of product staying on your waterline. It really does help. I didn't do it today, and this has stayed, and my makeup's been on for quite a while, so Really love this. It's the shade Eggplant, if I didn't tell you that. Eggplant Matte is the exact name of this color, and it's the most beautiful, deep, rich purple matte eyeliner. If you're looking for one, look no further. Great price point because it's Sephora collection. And then Morphe came out with some brushes, and I've been really loving the rebrand of Morphe. They've come out with some amazing products, and I found it interesting as well that they actually have the French on these brushes. When I received them, I'm like, oh, these are going to be launching in Canada because you have the French on them. I pulled 3 because they sent me the whole collection, which I think is 34, 35 brushes. I can't remember the exact number. There's a ton there, but these have been my 3 favorites that I've discovered through the collection so far. Haven't even used all of them though, but I love these ones. So these are the new antibacterial brushes from Morphe. I love the light ferrules to it and how sleek they look. They're so soft. The eye brushes included, very soft. My favorite brushes from them are the M201 powder brush, which is like the Morphe and Ariel powder brush, but this one's angled and has a little bit more density to it, but applies blush perfectly on your cheeks. So I love the design and density, shape, everything about this one. This is a really good foundation brush if you're looking for something affordable. It's the M104. It's a domed foundation brush. They do have a flat top one as well. Something about a dome one, I just prefer to get in the corners by my nose. I just prefer a rounded brush, which leads me to why I like this next brush, which is their concealer brush. So this is the M132. They do have other concealer brushes in the launch, but this again was my favorite one because it has a slight angle to it, but it's domed. It reminds me a lot of the Rare Beauty brush, the concealer brush, if you're familiar with that shape. That one is a little bit more pinched. This one is a little bit more spherical. But I do love that brush as well, but it reminds me of it. Just a really good, densely packed concealer brush, small enough for the inner corner, and just a great overall blending brush for your concealer, which I have been using with this old favorite. So this is from NARS, and I know this is an old product, but I actually have a few older products that I wanted to mention in this video just because I've been reaching for them a lot lately. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is in the shade Macadamia, which is a perfect shade for when I have a tan right now. I use it as a base for my eyes as well often, or if I have any blemishes or spots I want to cover on my face. This covers everything while making it still look skin-like. It just provides such good coverage, but I've been using this as my base, as a blemish cover. I have used this underneath my eyes too, which I know often people don't use this formula for. I still think it looks gorgeous underneath the eyes too. So it's overall just such a good concealer that I used to love and then just try other things, new things coming in, and then I went back to this and I'm like, why did I ever stop using this? So wanted to give that a little shout out in my January favorites because want to revisit my old makeup too, give it love. And then for my eye combo that I've been doing this neutral with my glitter, you know, loving my glitter, but this has been my neutral eye combo. I did it slightly more smoky today, which I'm kind of feeling. Let me know if you like the eye look today. But I used the Neutrals palette from Makeup by Mario. His original one is usually the one that I always use, but I've switched it up and I've been using the neutrals more, which I love the neutral tone look. The lip, the eye, I'm a huge fan of it, and I've just been topping that palette with Space Cowboy from Urban Decay. I never liked when this was super hyped up, and now I can't stop using it. So I'm always late to the party, but I like to discover things on my own time. So I have been really enjoying this. And then this is new. This is from Fleur, and this was the first time I ever got anything from Fleur in PR. I was so happy to see this in the mail. They sent me the travel in the full size, and my best friend really wanted to try this perfume, so got to give that to her. This reminds me of one of my old favorite fragrances, which was YSL Manifesto, which was one that I didn't often wear because it's very particular for me for what I wear it for. It's very elegant sort of scent, and it has this very powdery quality to it, which I don't often gravitate towards, but that's what made it so unique in my collection, and I no longer have it. And this, when I smelt it, it brought me right back to YSL Manifesto, which is what I love about this one is that powdery quality to it, which is in the opening. You have mandarin and then the sandalwood base. It just is so well done and just unique now for my collection. I don't have anything that smells quite like this because of that powdery kind of opening, which I personally love. So this is Golden Rule from Floor. It is beautiful. It's elegant. It matches the packaging. It smells so good. I have 2 skincare items that I have been really enjoying. One for longer than just a month. Actually, both of them have been longer. The one much longer than a month. I had someone ask me to name some more Korean skincare items, and I got you. I already was gonna actually mention these in this month's favorites video. You know I love my Korean skincare. So we have the brand Anua, which has changed the game for me. I love them so much. And this is their Rice 7 Plus Ceramide. This is a hydrating barrier serum. So if you have skin barrier issues, like I can if I go overboard with exfoliation or retinol or anything like that, my skin can take a toll from those kind of products. What I love about Anua is how gentle it is on my skin, how effective, and this has been really good for barrier support. So when I'm feeling like I don't know what to put on my skin because maybe I've done too much one day, I just go back to this and it's really been helping my skin barrier. I used to talk about this Glow Recipe product, which was also ceramide focused and the green packaging. Why can't I remember the name? But it was good for redness. This one kind of acts like that for me, but much more affordable. So highly, highly recommend this one if you're looking for something that anyone honestly could use to help with skin barrier health. I would recommend this to any skin type, anyone. Anyone can use this one. And then for sunscreen, I've been using this one for quite some time, and it's from Purito, which was the first thing I ever tried from this company. And it's their daily soft touch sunscreen. It has an SPF of 50 plus PA plus. This one, like all my other Korean skincare favorites, doesn't give a white cast, and this one actually says it's a 10-hour long lasting sunscreen, which I've never seen anything like that, but I like the thickness of this one, and I just feel like it applies so good underneath makeup. I still like my Round Lab one, but this one has been a close second, and I just feel like probably a little bit better for the winter just because it has that thickness to it. So I highly recommend this one if you're looking for a new sunscreen. Purito, this one has really been blowing me away, and I had to give it a mention eventually. I don't think I've mentioned it in a favorites. I was trying to think back. I don't think I have, but I should have probably like 2 months ago because I've loved this so much. Books and random. We're on that section of the video. Some months are more makeup focused and other months are more random focused. And this was definitely a makeup focused month, but we do have a few good random things and my book. For random, I wanted to talk about this ring stack that I did on my Ultra Human. So I actually want to get another one of these rings. It's the Pavoy brand you can get on Amazon. I think if you're in the US, you can get this on TikTok Shop, which we don't have in Canada, but it's this ring right here, and people I've seen stacking, and a subscriber actually told me about this, so I didn't actually see on TikTok. She let me know about it. Buy 2 of these rings and stack it with their Ultra Human ring, which I'll also link down below in case you guys are still curious about the sleep and recovery tracker ring I wear. Love this ring. I did a whole video on it, but I'm not going to focus on that, just my stack. It's just a beautiful way to stack your sleep and recovery tracker rings by adding some bling to the ring. So I really love it. Thank you so much to the subscriber who told me about it. I was just waiting for my one size to come in stock, so I'll definitely be getting the second ring just to sandwich my Ultra Human because I think it looks so pretty. But thank you so much for letting me know about that. The book I have been reading, well, I read. The book I'm reading is Onyx Storm. The book I read is Kristen Hanna's The Woman. This book, it's one of those brain chemistry altering books. If you've ever read The Nightingale from Kristen Hanna, it's similar to that. You have the female lead based in war. This is Vietnam in this one, and it just focuses on the women who were involved, the nurses in Vietnam. If that doesn't interest you, I still think you would really enjoy this book because sometimes war books for me, I read them and I'm like, I don't know if I can get into that right now because it's pretty heavy. This one, many times I cried just thinking about it. I can't. I can't. Beautifully written, wonderful story, 5-star read for me is this book, so highly recommend. I think it's one of the most read books of 2024. There was a list on Goodreads. This was one that I hadn't read, but it was on my to be read. Finally read it. Just read it. I'm too sad to talk about it, honestly, but it's good and bad sad. You will go through the motions with this book. And then this game made me rage, but it's so fun. This is a really popular game. Don't know why it took me so long to try this game, but it did. We were playing a version of this on New Year's Eve. So I got the original version. I bought the Europe one, but it's lost in the mail. And I really wanted to play this again because we played on New Year's and I've been dying to play this since then. Anyways, that's the original version. It's Ticket to Ride, but I'm waiting on the Europe version. This one is really good to play with the family. Both my kids can play it. My husband kicked my butt playing it and I was raging. I don't know why I get so invested in games, but I do. I'm very competitive, which I don't know if you would guess that about me, but I am a very competitive person. And I feel like a good way, though. Like, I like to have fun. I just like to play. I don't care if I win, but I'm gonna try and beat you. That's what's gonna happen. You get a map with trains, you get to build destinations with your trains, and I'm not explaining this in a fun way. Some strategy involved, some luck, kind of the perfect combination of both, but there is a strategy to this that I like to play with it. This is a good game because you can play nicely or you can play strategically and cut someone's root off, which my husband did. I don't know why he chose violence, and I was just playing nice. I didn't cut him off. Anyways, this also is a little too soon for me to talk about apparently, but it's a very fun game. You can play with your kids, whole family. Games are just one of those things, at least to me, you have to play to learn and enjoy. I could watch a game be explained to me, but until I'm actually in it and playing it, I'm not gonna enjoy the explanation. That's just me. That is everything for the month of January. It was a pretty big video for me. I had so many things that I wanted to talk about. So many favorites. I hope this helped you out. Find some new products that you want to check out, whether it's makeup, beauty, random, the Zip Halo device. Definitely go check that out. It's such a good microcurrent and nanocurrent device that I highly recommend. Truly transforms the skin, the face. It is just so good. Link below as well as everything else, so definitely check it out in the description box. Everything will be linked there. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I would love if you would subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd love to have you stay by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.